So Heihachi Mishima has just been announced for Tekken 8 and he's going to come out in autumn. Now here is the thing that I found hilarious. All this time I thought Harada was lying and I was expecting him to come up with an exact truth that Heihachi is going to be in the gameplay, but as the months have gone by I decided that he was actually telling the truth until I saw in Evo the video of him being known as being released in the trailers. And also seeing the trailer for Tekken 8. I think the trailer first of all looks great. It builds up to another storyline for the DLC storyline, which looks interesting, but I want to get into the story a bit later on in the video, In my opinion, I think Heihachi coming back is going to build a lot of marketing for the game itself. Heihachi will never die, and I'll tell you why, because every Tekken fan loves to play Heihachi. Now in bosses, he's been the most hard-hitting boss I've ever played against in Tekken 3, Tekken 1, Tekken 4.
It was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
Nice.
Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit.
Like, he was just that guy that he was so hard to go against that even on ultra hard, it was a nightmare. But as the years have gone by, I've kind of accepted that because Tekken is a long story, it just needs to die down, because eventually now people are making fun of Tekken being the most long-winded story, and yet they're putting Tekken 10 where another cousin of Heihachi is about to appear, or another god sister or godfather, etc, etc. But still, at the same time, I think that the story mode here is just ridiculous. The last time I've enjoyed the story mode was back in 2001, which was Tekken 4. Tekken 4 was the most important game for me because in my childhood I just remembered how amazing it was and how much they changed the aspect of Tekken 3. The jump between animations and the detailing of the characters, and also the story exposition was fantastic. But yes, the balancing was the problem in that game as well, so that's why a lot of sales were really low and not many people came back to it. They just went back to Tekken Tag Tournament 1. And for me, I have a theory, but I want to do this in another video, so let's just keep an eye out for that one. That was the only story mode that I was interested in, and throughout this time, this was the story where Steve, Paul and Brian were just so amazing to me that back in Tekken 5 they made more comedic endings for everyone except maybe the Mishima bloodline, which killed off the character developments for me for Tekken 5, so that's what the problem was. And from Tekken 5 up to now, it just got more ridiculous as it went along, with this long-winded scenario campaign story mode that focused on 2 new characters that we really don't care about, to a story that made no sense, to add in a narrator who was just tediously long-winded that it just made me want to fall asleep. But the story mode in Tekken 8 I can say is actually a lot better than Tekken 7, even though there are a couple of parts where I found it to be very dumb, but they were still good and it had a bit of impact and it had more focus on both of the Mishima bloodlines, not just another characters like they did in Tekken 6. So it leads me to think that now that Heihachi is back from the dead, I think people should just not care too much about the storyline anymore. I just think now it's for either just the gameplay and the characters that they're going to bring back, which gets them more excited, and the online matches as well that people are focused on. Even so, there are a couple of things that I have a problem with Tekken, but Tekken 8 is still great. I still think it's very fun. So now that they're adding Heihachi back in it, it makes me think, are they going to bring back a couple of characters that we haven't seen for years? Or maybe some characters that are fan favorites, maybe. So I'm interested to know what you guys think about this specifically. I think it's a very clever thing to do, to lie to the audience about the character being dead, and then next thing you know, they come back after months of not being there. So you know what? Good job on Tekken for doing that. But yeah, let me know what you think about Heihachi's comeback, because honestly, he looks great in the aspect of his character design and also his laugh and his character animations. The whole thing as a trailer was just fantastic to look at. I just love the visuals of it. It's amazing. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this.